be honest with you, bro. Like from a content creation perspective, how you built the brand, how you put your homies on and shit like that, I salute you. And again, I think that you're great. Because I don't look at you. I know you a contributor on the show, but I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't look at you in the same vein that I look at the rest of the that's on the show. Because you the brain, right? You the brain. Without you, none of them other exist in my mind.
Yeah, like, it's just like y'all chatting and this, that, and the third, and we just kept straight, like, on there calling nobodies and shit like that, bro. Like, nah, like, that ain't more than a nobody. He was praising you for being who you are, and in the same breath, gonna be like, yeah, when them other dudes on the shows and nobody, they be nobody without you. Nobody. I think I'm been somebody for a long time now.
Oh man, so this is interesting right here, man. So Gilbert Arenas is out here still explaining to people his deal, right? And I think he's trying to do his best to defend himself or to say, man, listen, I ain't know what I was doing. But all in all, even though I had my angle when it came to the Castanet situation when we talked about it originally, I still said that I found no problem with Gilbert taking the deal that he decided to take, especially for his vision for his platform. But nevertheless, he's being chastised by many people just because it is a popular topic to talk about ownership, and he's an easy target right now for YouTubers. But if anyone spoke from the production side of it, if you genuinely looked at Gilbert's situation, he found the best situation for him to leverage his name and not have to do much at all, other than just creating. Everyone doesn't look at ownership the same way as you. Everyone cannot demand as much money as he can demand from his platform based on his name and other names that's on his platform. But speaking on the other names that's on his platform, like Kenyon Martin, as y'all seen in the intro, they were upset with Anton Daniels lifting Gilbert up to put them down, okay? Now we'll talk more about the business structure from Gilbert as he speaks, but let's get to these things in order. First thing first, the other day, Anton Daniels, Kwame Brown, and Gilbert Arenas were all on live stream.
Cell phone. I didn't know nothing about like webcam, StreamYard. I had to learn all of that because I only came to YouTube because I was beefing with him. So when I came up with the show idea of like ESPN style, because I'm learning as I go. So I had this channel. I know Matt Barnes, they got you know, all the smoke, right? But they're on Showtime, so they have infrastructure. I got the knuckleheads. They have what was it? Players Tribune. They have infrastructure. So I didn't have nothing. I just had a concept, and then this channel where I had like 1,000 people on it. So I made the deal with them instead of going with a platform. So instead of going with a platform and you're paying me $2,000 an episode, I made a deal with the sponsor themselves because I would have been on Showtime, and then Showtime would have had Underdog as the sponsor. So I cut the middleman out and said, huh?
Can I ask you a question? Can I stop you in between just to ask you a couple questions?
Yes.
All right. So because I went just purely based off of what you were explaining on your live stream, right? When you say you needed the infrastructure, was the show already pitched? Because some people are saying that the show was pitched to Showtime or something like that, and then you just cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So that part, all right. So I got clarification on that. And then the other part, the other question that I have is, did you think that the show would be as big as it's going to be? And that's one of the reasons why you gave up equity into it.
No, I didn't know anything. I didn't know if it was going to be big or not.
Okay. I got you.
So,
well,
you know,
I mean,
so,
that adds, that changes it a little bit for me. Because I almost think that if you would have known, and you can correct me, if you would have known what it was going to do, then you wouldn't have gave up the equity into it.
He would have never produced that show if he didn't do the deal. Based on what he's saying and based on the salaries that's being paid out to not only the talent, but also the staff behind the scenes, he would have never produced the show. It would have never been in this format at all if you wouldn't had the partners come in this way. It would have either been owned by your network, such as Showtime, or it would have been a deal that he's doing right now, or it would have been just like any other podcast that has a simple setup Very, very simple setup, or something like Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay or Nightcap. It'd be very, very simple if he didn't go to someone like Underdog that shared his vision or showing his vision to be able to produce something that was television production quality. He wouldn't have produced the show at all. Based on what he's saying and based on understanding how production works, coming from someone who has studied this shit, got a degree in this shit, he wouldn't have produced that show at all. There's a reason why I'm the go-to handyman in my house, just like there's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. I'm not one of those guys who calls AAA the second tire loses. If I'm on the side of the road, I'm not waiting around and filming a pray for me Instagram story. I'm popping the trunk and handling it. I fix what I can. I put things together myself. I'm stubborn like that. But even I know my limits. Because I'll change a tire, but I will not walk into a courtroom talking about your honor. I watched 3 YouTube videos, man. I think I got this. Nah. Morgan & Morgan has over 1,000 attorneys in more than 100 offices and 25 billion recovered for more than 500,000 people. Somebody got offered $350,000. Morgan & Morgan turned that into 12 million. Submitting a claim takes less time than arguing with someone about it. You can click the link in my description, type your info, done. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. Change your own tire if you want to, but when it comes to that money, let the pros handle it.
The reason I gave up equity is because, so I used to do this in the weed. So I started in the weed game, right? I was the landlord. What I would do is I will have one of these growers come in.
Wow.
Right? They build the infrastructure. They build the system, right? Mm-hmm. They build these elaborate systems. I let them get 2 crops in, and then I kick them out. Now I have the infrastructure, and then I take over the business. That was the same concept here. Let them come in here, build the studio, build all the equipment, do everything that's here. Mm-hmm. We got 2 years. Once it's over with, I got the infrastructure. Now I can set up shop a professional style. At first, I didn't know how to do any of that. And all I knew is most people just had a camera. They walked around with the camera. They set it up, tripod style, and then they just do that. I didn't want that. I didn't want that style. I wanted what Matt Barnes. I wanted that look, the Pat McAfee look. So the only way to do that was to convince the sponsor. And I said, hey, listen, instead of you paying me and then I shout out your Underdog and we do all this, we can be 50-50 partners. So you have skin in this game to build the show the way it is. You can use this as a commercial. Meaning you got shorts, you can put your logo on it, you can put it in the algorithm, you can put it on my Instagram page, you can do this. So you are doing better because now you have full control of your product. Right? So because you have full control of your product, that's how you're gonna make your money. You get to push the FTDs, you get to do all of that in-house, and you don't need just to pay someone these like a camera on and stuff like that. You don't have to pay them, and then they do it, and you don't like the product. You can fully control it.
Did you lose control though?
What do you mean?
Because you don't, based off of what you were saying, you don't get to determine how the show goes. You know what I'm saying? Because the partnership I get. You didn't really understand exactly how big the platform was going to get. I think you undersold yourself because you didn't realize how great you was as a content creator, honestly. And I've given you props. I've always celebrated you and said that I think that you are incredible and that you got the #1 basketball show in the whole 9 yards. But at what point in this infrastructure deal did you give up the control to where you can't determine, hey, no, I'm executive producing this. I'm controlling my own IP. I determine how many times we stream. I determine what time we want to add a football show. At what point did that part come in is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, so I had 50% of both shows. So basically any show I produce under No Chill Productions. So No Chill Production is what's 50-50. They don't have rights to Gilbert Arena. So this channel, anything I do with my name and likeness outside of No Chill Productions, I own 100%. So I'm not exclusive to doing deals, right, with other people. So I never really had control. I didn't want control of thumbnails and all that because I didn't really know about it. I didn't really care. Just
He's already a multi-millionaire with one of the wildest contracts and not having to do shit to fulfill it. He got one of the biggest amnesty deals that people talked about for years. Gilbert, already a fucking multi-millionaire. He didn't want to do the work. And that's fine. He didn't want to do the work. So he chose the deal that was best for him. That's what it comes down to. Because he did the work in other avenues. He made himself an amazing basketball player. And he got the big bag in other places. And now he has a name that he can leverage. He didn't want to do the work. Simple as that.
you do what you need to do. I'll learn on the way when my contract is up, which is up in 10 months from now. I own all the equipment.
You get to keep everything?
So basically my deal is actually this. I own all the equipment. Now, when it comes to the show itself, remember, it's a concept.
Right.
It's not real. 50% is real if we sell it. Now, if I walk away, what do they have? They can't use Gil's Arena name. They can't use Gil's Arena crew. That's part of my deal. They can't use Skip Bayless and the crew. That's part of my deal. So that means they will have to start brand new with a whole different cast and everything. Meaning they will have to go somewhere else, get all new equipment and get all new staff and talent to start up a basketball show and a football show. So it's not.
I understand what you're saying on that front. What I'm saying is, how is these niggas able to take your name off of your channel, bro? That's your name.
No, okay. It wasn't them taking the name. I thought and felt this. I watched Matt Barnes, right? He had All the Smoke podcasts. Then he added, first he added Kevin Garnett.
Right.
So the Kevin Garnett show is under All the Smoke podcasts. So there's no Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, nothing. You're hidden under someone else, right? And then they added Rachel Nichols, hidden under someone else. So I was like, well, these two got hidden, but they're all individuals. I'm one person. I got a football and basketball. But if I had the Gil's Arena page, the football show get lost. So I was thinking build a network. So it's basically like the page is ESPN, and then there's Gil's Arena, and then there's Gridiron. The football show.
That's what I thought that you did initially when I first seen the name change. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, Gil. On the live stream, you said that when you got arrested, that's when they took the name from you because your name was no longer good in their eyes when it comes to promoting the product and being aligned with the brand.
Yes, that's what I said.
But now you saying something different is what I'm saying. You saying that was always the play for you to rebrand, for the brand to live on its own, basically. But then that's the thing that I had a problem with is, wait a minute. I thought, because honestly, from a business perspective, I looked at you as a genius. I'm like, oh shit, you really turning into a whole network.
Hey, Anton, come on now, stop lying.
No, seriously, this is honest to God truth. This on everything, on my father's grave, I said, Gil is a genius. He about to take on all of these other ESPNs and all of this other shit, and he don't need nobody to do it. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like from a content creation perspective, how you built the brand, how you put your homies on and shit like that, I salute you. And again, I think that you're great. But then
I'll tell you what, let's put some clarity on it. Now that we know he don't own, but 50% Underdog put them other people on. But we got to give them a shout out too. Let's give Underdog a salute too.
Here's my thing. Because I look at you as such a great businessman and as a great content creator, my expectation of you is higher. Because I don't look at you. I know you a contributor on the show, but I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't look at you in the same vein that I look at the rest of the niggas that's on the show. because you the brain, right? You the brain. Without you, none of them other niggas exist in my mind. There's plenty of niggas that start a basketball podcast that ain't popping at all. That shit is trash. Let's just keep it 100. So
and without me, Gil don't exist.
So here's the thing. It's like, no, man.
It's the other way around, Kwame.
That's what you said, Gil.
Wait, Antoine, let me check him real quick. Kwame Brown.
That's what you said, bro.
You went viral.
You said you built No Chill Gil and it went into Gil's arena. That's what you said.
Kwame,
you didn't say that cleared up.
Kwame, before you said my name on your YouTube channel, you had 1,300 people. You said my name.
About you though.
You said my name. Hold on. You said my name and you blew up.
Filibuster King. Filibuster.
Right? You had 1,300. I know because I was a follower.
You never had Gil's arena.
I was a follower. You had
talking about me.
You had 1,300 people. You used my name in the algorithm.
What did you have?
Should we go to your video that you hid now? But it's your biggest video.
One question: Did you have Gil's arena or not?
No, I did not.
Thank you. Keep proceeding with that.
Did you have 400,000 before you said my name, or did you just have 1,300 people playing golf in your little outfits, being a nobody?
Let me say this.
I had 1,300 people to all the Smoke podcasts, not Gilbert Arenas.
Papa, who did you tag? Did you tag all the Smoke podcasts?
All right, couple things, man. Couple things. That's all I'm gonna cover for them. But a couple things just about as far as what they're talking about. For one, yeah, Gilbert went to jail. You fucking the name up of the platform, and you got business partners. And if you fuck up the money, you got to answer to your partners. So yes, you may have to change your name. You're fucking up the money. You're fucking up the money. You're going to jail. You're fucking up the money. That's business. But on the other hand, speaking to more things that Anton was saying, just trying to understand him, and I just disagree with the aspect of coming to him saying, I looked at you as such a smart businessman, and basically shunning the decision that he made. And I think we would look at it differently when we see 50 Cent go and take the Power series to Stars. You don't expect the first time that 50 Cent has this grand idea to go and just do it on his own. No, he's going to try to make sure he understands the infrastructure from a real network. He uses their sound stages that they provide, let them help him produce the show. 50 gathered information from working with Stars, and now he's building his own production company. He's trying to develop his own studios and things of that sort. Tyler Perry did very similar things. Let's look at it real quick. The first Madea film, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. He was doing plays, but the first film, production companies, Lionsgate Film. His most recent film that he put out, production company, Tyler Perry Studios. Distributed by Netflix, but the production company, just Tyler Perry Studios. He learned the infrastructure, learned the business, was working with bigger companies, BT Pictures in there as well. Once he gathered all the information, got the money, got the bread, did it on his own. Does it on his own. Has his own studios, has everything set up. It's just the same thing on a smaller scale. So it's not bad business. The business he's doing right now is a lot of business that many of us YouTube creators, we don't have the privilege of doing because we don't come into the game with equity to our name. We don't have that. So we have to build sweat equity by building up our name, creating content, and showing that we are worth a lot. To be able to demand what he demanded from Underdog. Everybody can't get that shit. So of course Anton won't take that deal. You won't get that deal. I'm sorry, but you won't get that deal. And just to be clear, so people won't confuse me in the comment section, I'm referring to starting a YouTube channel or a show on your own with no name, upfront money. You ain't got nothing to your name at all. Not Anton Daniels right now. I'm talking about Anton Daniels when he first started this shit. He's not getting no upfront money for this shit. Lucky for Anton, he has the knowledge to hustle that money up himself. But just being realistic, that's not how it comes for people that aren't celebrities like Gilbert Arenas. He didn't know shit. You guys may think they're taking advantage of him, but shit, he don't want to do the work. And that's what comes with it when you don't want to do the work. And it's okay if you don't want to do the work and you still get good bread, man. But please understand everything I'm saying in context. Gilbert Arenas does not want to own it 100% because he did not want to do the work up front. It would have been hard. The production would not be what it is at all. The show that you guys are seeing, without the partners, it will not be that at all. Unless he's working with a network with the partners that he has to put up the upfront money. Underdog is a fantasy company. They have a crazy budget for marketing. So they probably would have been throwing money out regardless, just for marketing the company, period. When Gil spoke on the situation, basically Underdog ain't making money. Based on all the money they're paying out, they're not making money. They're not making money. So if Gil would have had to do the show on his own, produce the show on his own, Gil wouldn't be making money. He'll just be talking shit with his homies for the love of the game. Is his YouTube channel generating revenue? Yes. But with the staff and the cast, it is not profitable. Speaking of the cast, here goes Kenyon speaking to Gil, voicing his grievances though.
On the thing with the other day, what's his name? The chunky dude. When you was on there with Kwame the other day.
Nigga got pressed him.
Low? Low? Oh, I don't know his damn name, whatever he is. Yeah, like, he just, like, y'all chatting and this, that, and the third, and we just kept straight, like, on there calling niggas nobodies and shit like that, bro. Like, nah, like, that ain't more than a nobody. He was praising you for being who you are, and in the same breath, gonna be like, yeah, when them other dudes on the shows and nobody, they be nobody without you. Nobody. I think I'm been somebody for a long time now.
Shout out Jesse J.
Oh, not low.
Whoever that
was what you said with Kwame.
Yeah. The dude, I don't know his name, so obviously he's a nobody.
Sounds like nobody.
He's a nobody. So what we call praise for, so I just wanted to be known that like we ain't.
Who is it?
I don't. I don't know his name, and I don't care to remember his name.
But Anton.
That's
whatever he is. Though he was on the live feed with him, Kwame the other day. He was praising Gil for for being who he is, creating the space, and Gil was explaining about the logistics of the business, this, that, and the third, and he went on to say like, yeah, without Gil, them dudes is nobodies without you. Like, no, dude.
Hey, man.
Not him. Right?
I ain't shit without you.
So like nobody's like we didn't play in the league.
Yeah. Like Gil made us who we is. Like
we some niggas.
Like we some niggas off the street that grew up with Gil. Like we carry Gil fucking bag and we.
Well, I am a nigga off the street.
But we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do this.
Kenyon, shoot that nigga out there free throw.
You know what I'm saying? That part, right? Like that part, right? We ain't just ain't gonna address people as nobodies when, trust me, bro. Like I'm taking a high road in this because it's big.
Check your DM,
but that's all, dog.
I know Kenyon, that motherfucker like, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
I want to know who he is now.
Yeah, don't do that, bro. Like it's
the fat dude you always be on.
No. That's low. No. And on that note,
on that note,
thank you, Kenyon. Now let's really move on to mostly fans.
Hell nah, but they not nobodies, and that's the point. As far as why Gil did the deal the way he did the deal. Back to just the business structure, what Gil got going on, man. That's the way that man want to do business. It ain't like something that hasn't been done before. It's just people are finding new ways to make sure they to be able to leverage YouTube, because TV is not as watched anymore. People don't watch linear television anymore, so people come to different means for entertainment. So you're trying to find a way to get the same production quality as television on YouTube, but you don't want to pay that much money out. So to make sure it's like a good paying job for you guys, in comparison to if you would be on ESPN every single day or Fox Sports every single day, but you got it, you at the comfort of your crib or whatever. Gil is basically glorified talent that has equity into the company. So that's what he want to do, man. Let him do what he want to do with his own money in his own way. But hey though, y'all let me know what you got to say in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.